Hi, I'm Tom Watson, Senior Vice President at Wisconsin Lawyers Mutual Insurance Company. Today here at the Solo and Small Firm Conference, I moderated a panel on virtual law offices and how lawyers not only can run a virtual law office, but also how they can embrace technology in using or in enhancing their law practice, and both in terms of attracting clients and better serving clients. We had quite a mix on the panel. We had at least one, maybe two attorneys on the panel who were virtual lawyers. In other words, they don't have an office. They practice on the internet. They have a website, they have a web presence, they get their clients through the internet, they communicate with clients through the internet, and that includes not just email but exchanging documents, setting up maybe a video conference, something like that. We had one lawyer actually who has many clients that she has had over the years who she never met in person, and did transactional work for them. And then we had other panelists who, I guess I would call them hybrids. They have an office, they have what is called a bricks and mortar facility, but they do work with clients over the internet. They attract them through the internet. They exchange information and documents with them over the internet. But they do have an office. They do occasionally meet with clients. And then, then we had panelists who still to this day are more in the traditional sense. They have offices. They meet with clients face to face in the traditional sense. So really, the panel went all the way from the complete virtual lawyer all the way down to more of the traditional lawyer, who also happens to be trying to embrace some of the technology advances that we're seeing today. Tim Pierce, the Ethics Counsel for the State Bar of Wisconsin, was on the panel talking about some of the concerns, and I'll mention a couple real quick. One is that he views the virtual practice to be sort of a limited scope or unbundled legal services type of representation, which is by way of the internet or on the website or however they attract clients, they're agreeing to do certain things for them, but they don't necessarily represent them in the entire case. And so that is the definition really of traditional limited scope representation, and there are lots of pros and cons to that that he talked about. And then the other was confidentiality, actually two, confidentiality and the potential for a breach, a security breach when you're sending documents over the internet and things like that. And we talked about encryption and that sort of stuff. So that as well as confidentiality. And along those lines, some of our panelists, like Brent Haft, who is a virtual lawyer, talked about how he uses a client portal where the clients can get into their personal information pages through the website by way of a portal, and that's how he does business with them. So there are a lot of different ways to do it, and we tried to explore many of those. We have to keep up with the changing practice of law because as an insurance company, when lawyers come to us and say, I need some insurance from you, and then we say, okay, what do you do? Describe your practice. And they describe it to us, and if they're describing a virtual type of practice, the questions we have to ask from an underwriting standpoint are, okay, what are the risks there? Is this a risk we're willing to insure, and that sort of thing. And in addition, we need to keep up with the way lawyers are practicing because we provide not only insurance, but law practice and risk management services. And so in order to do that, we need to know what are the challenges out there that they're experiencing, how are they practicing, and how can we help them better serve their clients and attract clients. So all of those issues go into our perspective as an insurance company so that we can keep up with what's going on out in the practice.